My agency has helped 6 people scale past 7 figures per year, all the way up to high $300,000 months. And in this video, I wanted to explain how we're taking this client who's currently sitting at $0 flat all the way up to 100K a month within the next 90 days. This is the exact plan that we built out for him. I'm going to go in depth on sales, marketing, content, tracking and fulfillment, as well as product. So without further ado, let's get into it. So like I said, this guy doesn't even have an offer yet. And so we're going to start off with a wait list that we're going to use as market research so that we can come up with an offer that actually sticks with his audience, mostly because he makes content that's kind of all over the place. He doesn't really have like a strict niche and a strict mechanism yet. So we'll help him find that. And then we'll start with YouTube content because he's only mainly on Instagram right now. So we'll be focusing on outliers, finding videos that work in other niches, and then bringing it over to his. So this is what the waitlist will ask. Mainly, we are focusing on these 2 things or these 3 things right here so that we can figure out what offer we should formulate to help these guys out. So that's day 1. We'll build that off rip. Day 2, we're going to start a nurturing newsletter. We're going to start posting nurturing stories. Both of these to get more views and more attention and better deliverability rates and more story views so that when we do launch the product, we have a lot more eyeballs on what we're doing. And then also just going to create the Slack and the tracking automations while we're at it just because we have the free time to do so. Day 3, we're going to hire the initial closer for when we launch a test group. I'll talk about that in a second. Second, we will create the offer, all of the deliverables, the scarcity, the urgency. We will financial model the back end and figure out what do we need to price this so that we can hit 100K months while also obviously not breaking the back end because most people don't care about that. We do. Begin whispering about this project, so just posting little tidbits that show we're working on something. And then the product, we'll start building out the product from there. Now, that will take about 4 days to start building out the product, creating the offer, and start whispering out about the project. So by day 7, we should have the MVP finished. We should have all of the product automations built, and then we should launch with an initial test group of 5 people. So this is super easy to do. This is just going to be the bottom of funnel 5 people. We'll just hop on very easy sales calls with each of these people. With the closer, sometimes the offer owner will also be hopping on these. And now this is just to kind of test the product and just make sure that the onboarding is good, the automations are good, everything is good. These will be the founding fathers. They'll get a discounted price. They'll be the cheapest price that we'll ever sell this product at. And yeah, it'll kind of just help us build out the product as we are going through all of this marketing stuff. Now, starting on day 8, we're going to start getting into the good stuff. So planning all the emails, all the SMS, all of the scripts, all of the flows, everything can be planned out in one day. We are going to begin teasing about this project as well. So we will finally admit that we have a project coming, and then we'll just kind of be talking about how we're going to launch it in 2 days, and they should stick around and stay tuned. Now, throughout this process, we're going to be building a 10 out of 10 sales team, and up until we actually finish out the promotion cycle, we are going to continue refining the product, making things better, adding new resources, improving the automations, optimizing everything, this, that, and the third. Day 9, we will build out the webinar slides so that you can immediately start practicing them, and we will set up all of the proper marketing automations so that we can start accepting opt-ins. Now, day 10 is when we will open up spots for the webinar. We'll begin the shout phase, and all the way until day 17, we're just going to promote this super hard. So on top of the same content that we're already doing, we're just going to include some promotional material with emails. We're going to do Instagram and TikTok lives. We are going to do YouTube community posts. We're going to do Instagram stories, the whole 9 yards, just to get as much eyeballs and as much attention to the webinar link as possible. And then anyone who opts into the webinar link, that's going to be who we're going to promote to for the duration of this time. Now, day 18 is when we're going to do that initial webinar. That webinar is going to be what's going to make about 50% of our revenue. It's going to crush, and we're just going to have a great time with it. It's going to be amazing. Now, for the rest of this promotion cycle, we're going to be focusing very hard on sales management, and I go slightly surface level in depth on what we're going to be doing with content and marketing. It's a lot more than this, to be honest. We stack up a lot more things in this. There's a way bigger checklist and just a lot more that we want to get across, a lot more information we want to get across. Plus, it kind of changes sometimes as the launch goes on because we want to feel it out, see what people are missing, see what objections are appearing, all of that type of stuff. But typically the day after the webinar, we'll do an offer recap publicly and privately. Plus, we will do a replay privately so that people can watch it and get the pitch. Day 2, we'll be doing Q&A and scarcity on the public story. We will be doing scarcity on the public story constantly. So every time we sell a spot, we will let people know. We will limit the spots in such a way that we're guaranteed to sell out so that people know we sell out. And then when we're running an evergreen funnel, it's very clear that there's demand. Plus, we can bring this up again and again for future webinars like, hey, last time we sold out. First time we did this, we sold out. It's very necessary to bring that up. And then on the back end, we're going to be doing a lot of objection handling, kind of more like the objections that stop them from booking a call rather than the objections that stop them from closing. The closer can do those objections. We're going to solve the objections that even stop them from taking the first action in the first place. We're also going to be doing paradigm shifts on the back end, just the necessary information and beliefs that they need to have in their head. Publicly, we will spam results plus scarcity. And then publicly, we will be doing a story in scarcity. We'll be doing that privately as well. Basically, just hooking people, getting people intrigued, getting people to understand the offer, kind of break that fourth wall, and then getting them to book a call. Now, day 23 is obviously final day urgency. This is where we will rack up about 30% of how much money we plan on making. Is typically on the final day urgency because people will realize, oh shit, this is the final day. Maybe I should actually take an action. Now, after that, day 24, we're just going to post results to build FOMO and start a nurturing campaign. So basically what I mean by nurturing campaign is a newsletter and occasional SMS blasts to YouTube videos and to content and to just kind of like give them beliefs. And also in the Telegram, we'll be sending voice notes, just nurturing people, building up that goodwill again, because especially right after a launch, you want to immediately start building up goodwill again. You don't want to just piss people off and make them feel like the only reason you're there is to promote. We actually want to give a lot of free value before and after we do this launch. That way we don't ruin your personal brand. And then after that, we start building out the evergreen funnel. So typically what this looks like is we'll build out a VSL that we can start running ads to. We'll put this in all of the bios. We'll put this in basically like everywhere that we can, and we'll come up with an Instagram story strategy and a content strategy that, again, we can run evergreen that will consistently convert people. And then we'll start doing monthly webinars. So instead of doing this launch one time, we'll do this like every single month where we open up more spots, more exclusive spots. We'll make it like an exclusive offer that we only open up on webinars. Maybe it has a guarantee, for example. And then we can run weekly cold webinars as well to kind of snowball into those monthly webinars. And then that's how we are going to scale to 100K a month ASAP. Honestly, this could hit 100K a month in a month, but I do want you to note two things. One, dates are subject to change. If the product takes longer to build out, obviously that's going to delay everything else. Second, this is a super rough plan. I did not go in depth on anywhere from day 10 to day 25. I could go way more in depth on all of this, but obviously I need more information from the market research that we're going to be gathering. So that is why this is way more in depth than all of the rest. But we'll build this out as we go. We'll kind of show you what we're doing as we go. And this should get us to 100K a month within the next 30 days.